Welcome everybody, Hardyman here, and welcome to a new game that I'm playing on the channel. This is Prison Architect. As the name implies, we will be building a prison to house some really bad dudes, and it's that simple. So let's go ahead and zoom in over here, see what we got. So in this game you start out with a deliveries room and a garbage room where, as those names imply, stuff is delivered here and anything that you don't want will be put in the garbage area right there and taken away. So those two I think have to exist. I'm not sure what would do if, what would happen if those didn't exist. Not gonna try though. Not gonna do that. So, point in this game is to build the best prison possible and to make as much money as possible and repeat. How you get money? By housing prisoners, you are given money that goes towards your cash flow, and the more prisoners you have, the more money you get. But that also, what goes along with that is usually you need more staff, so you gotta balance that. But early on, whenever you cannot take in a whole bunch of prisoners, the best way to get money is through these things down here, these grants. As you can see on the little box to the left, they have an advance payment and a payment for completion. What we're probably going to do is do this basic detention center and this administration center one, because we just got an extra $25,000 to actually fulfill those and just to help get us off the ground. Okay, so the first one that I'm probably going to try to go after is the administrative center over here. And before I do any building, I like to plan a little bit. So as you can see over there on the left hand side in the to-do list, for the administration center to be completed, we need to have 2 offices, hire a warden, for him to unlock finance, and then to hire an accountant. So what we're going to do is build these offices. I like to use a 6x6 format because, as I'll show you a little bit later, those offices have requirements, and one of the requirements is an actual size requirement. Okay, so here's 5 office layouts. Now you would be wondering possibly, Hardyman, you only need to build one for a warden and accountant. Well, that is true. However, if you look down here, we have several different other staff types, and 5 of these staff members need to have offices: the accountant, a warden, the chief, a foreman, and a psychologist. So I'm basically trying to future-proof our prison by laying them out and building the foundation all at once. Going back to planning, these offices, along with the size requirement, they need specific items inside of them. So with the object planning tool, I'm going in and adding all of the stuff that these offices will need. So what these are is these 2 blocks are a desk, this block is a chair, and this block is a filing cabinet. Those are really the only items that you need to make an office an office. So since that's done with, we can actually speed up time, get out of the planning tool, and watch these guys drive on into work. Welcome, guys. Go ahead and get out right there. Yeah. Okay, so now that these guys are here, we can actually go ahead and get the foundation. You're given a choice of foundations. You can do brick or concrete. I just like brick because it looks nicer, but you can use whichever one you want. So now that we've placed down our foundation, which I just did that by selecting one of those, left clicking at one edge, dragging it up to the other edge, and left clicking. So they're gonna go around, as you can see, putting bricks down, which is these little gray areas. And as you see right there, it says it requires an entrance. So let's go into objects menu and get doors. I went for a staff door because only staff members can access it, so that's a handy little feature to have. So just waiting on these guys to do that. They're working, they're putting stuff in. Okay, so while they're doing that, I'm going to be working on the next little part of our facility, which will be a area for our utilities. There we go. Good job. So our utilities are, we're going to need power and water. So right, is that centered? Yeah, it is. Cool. So we can put a power plant right there and a water plant, water station, water plant. That sounds like a command, like go water that plant. I got confused there for a second, but anyway. And we put that right there. As you see, these lights need electricity, so it looks like this guy is coming up there to install it, so that's good. But as you can see, I had put like walls in between these offices. Whenever you build a foundation, all the interior walls that you may have like planned out aren't actually done. They only do the exterior walls, so you have to go back in and do that by hand. So you come over to materials, you could pick concrete walls or the brick walls, whichever, and just left click and drag over all those, and they'll get to building all that stuff inside there. So we have a power station, so to get power into here we just need to left click and drag into an office, and then after these walls are put up, we're going to need to actually put it in every single office, so just drag it down and they'll put in the cable. One of the things to note is that these types of cables don't need to be like over the lights. For lights, there will just be like a little wire that's run off of the cable to the light. But as you see for like this water station, if we go back to utilities, it has a designated area that you should attach to. So you run one right down there, they'll build it and it'll be powered. So you got all those guys doing that. Let's get back to planning this a little bit. This is a little capacitor. If you look on this side, let me actually get out of this so I can show it to you a little better. As you see on this side, there's little sails. I don't know if you can actually see it. Let me zoom in. You see how this little bar separates these two little cells? Well, for every capacitor, you get an additional cell. And right now, what do we have? Nothing's being powered right now. So you can see how it's like just using barely anything. It's fluctuating rapidly. So as you get more and more stuff added onto your as you get more and more stuff added onto this power station's network, you're going to need to add capacitors to make sure that you are able to power everything. If you don't, then you could end up causing a blackout, which that hasn't happened to me in a while, but I'm pretty sure if you have a full like prison, all the doors to the prison get just wide open. So I'm pretty sure like it would be a riot. So let's try to avoid that. So back to planning. So that's basically what I want to do for this utilities room. Now, let's actually take all those out so it looks a little bit better. Now that we have electricity on these, we can actually do what's needed for them. So, getting back to our grant, we need to create 2 offices. To do that, you need to come down here to this room tab, find office, and if you hover over it, you can see the room requirements. Excuse me. It's a minimum of 4x4 area. Ours was 6x6 with 5x5 internal area, so we're good there. You need to have an office desk, a chair, a filing cabinet, and it to be indoors, which check on the indoors part. So let's set up an office right here, and this could be our warden's office. To actually create it into a functioning office, let's go ahead and put a desk spinning around with R, place it, filing cabinet, place it, and chair, place it. So these guys will go get that and place those. While they're doing that, I can go and put all of these items in the other offices, or soon to be offices. Let's rotate that again. And let's see, where was the filing cabinet? So now after all these are installed, we can actually create them and they would be offices. Now you should have noticed that what was it, like a exclamation mark that was saying that this office wasn't really an office, or it needed stuff to become an office, is gone. And if we put a warden in there, the name changes from office to warden's office. Office is partially obscured by this desk and chairs, but believe me, it says warden's office. Now we have the need for a second office, so we can go back to room, click on office, left click and drag, and we have ourselves another office, which that ding you heard was the checking off of that requirement. Next on that is that we need for him to research our finance department. You come to bureaucracy and left click on finance, pay the money, and he'll start researching it for you. Now that might take him a little bit, so let's speed up time quite a bit, I guess, and hopefully he'll get done. Now, looking ahead to the future, we're going to need a staff room. I believe that is one of the staff well-being initiative is to build a staff room, have 5 guards, and make sure no one's exhausted. So while he's doing that, let's go ahead and plan that out, like right here. So you can have probably this area set up as it. We have doors coming in and out, and well, let's actually put doors right there. You'll see in a second. So what you need for a staff room is wide sofas. They're too wide, and soda machines. They're just one block. This one is just like maybe like a trash bin, but it's just there for, I don't think they actually like drink from them and need to throw away, but if they do, they have that option. What we could also do is probably put like a TV and a chair right there. So some guy could just go watch TV if he really wanted to. But that's not a requirement. I'll actually go here and show you staff room. So room requirements: indoors, 4x4, wide sofa, drip machine. So what I got right here meets all that stuff. So it'll be okay once we get indoors, which we need to have a foundation. So let's do that right now. So we have that set up. Needs to have a door. Since this is a staff room, we will be using staff doors. I guess we can go ahead and put one to this area. I don't want anyone non-staff coming to mess with our electricity. So he got done with that. So we can come over to staff and hire ourselves an accountant. And we just got $5,000. So now if we come over here, that grant is now away and we're able to do another grant. We also got these 2 investment grants. Not really useful to us right now, but possibly in a little bit, because we need all our money to build stuff. But we'll go ahead and do the staff well-being one since we're working on it right now. As I did with the other one, we gotta put in a brick wall, and they'll get right on that. We can put in a brick wall here as well. Hopefully no one gets stuck in here, since I didn't put a door in this section. I wouldn't put it past them. And as I predicted, three of them got stuck. Really, guys? Really? Let's go bail these guys out. Golly. So to bail these guys out, you can either break down a piece of this wall, but I just decided to install a door to let them freely get out. Man, because they are freaking out. Look at them. There you go. You're welcome. Apparently he likes it. Oh, never mind. Okay. Well, I'm going to pause right there. I think that's all for this first episode. So let's zoom out a little bit. See what all we've done. So we built these 5 offices and put stuff that they needed inside of there. We've assigned these two to our warden and accountant. We've built a little area for our utilities. We have like a spare room right now, and we have the beginnings of a staff room. So all in all, pretty good first episode. We haven't gone broke. We still have 14 hours until any prisoners would be arriving, so it's definitely going to be a little bit slower going, but hopefully once we get prisoners in there, things may liven up. We may have riots. It may get so bad that people actually want to like kill my guards. So be staying tuned for at least that. But hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, leave a like. If you have any comments, leave them below. And if you're not subscribed, you should probably go and hit that red subscribe button. I mean, I have like 4 series going now, so plenty of content for you to watch most days. Some exciting stuff, some laid back stuff, some stuff that may rip your like hair out if entire village dies, stuff like that. But hopefully you enjoyed, and hopefully you have a great day. I will talk to you next time. Bye bye.